going on, Gooner fans? It's your host Ryan Williams here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment and let me know what you think of this video. And make sure you check out all my previous videos on the channel. Give us a like on those videos and subscribe to the channel. I know I said it again, but I say it again. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So anyways, guys, let's get into the topic of this video. I'm here to talk about Arsenal, the present, and what we need to do in the future. So I know there's going to be a lot of videos on this. A lot of gooners out there on YouTube. Come on, guys. Got to give the support to those gooners out there. Probably the reason why I'm here, of course, making my own videos, because they have inspired me to even come out on YouTube, have my say, and let my opinions be heard. Whether you like it or not, it's just the gooner way. So, speaking of the gooners, what the hell should we do? Because honestly, I mean, it's terrible. I've actually sat down and I thought about it. I said to myself, "Raw, what are we doing?" Because we're in the semi-finals of the Europa League and we capitulated top four like nobody knew we were even going to be there in the first place. And I gotta be real. I didn't think we'll get this far. I didn't even think we'll be fighting for top four, because I knew it was going to take time, because the players, their mentality is god awful. The club, I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do, but they need to start restricting Unai Emery or whatever manager that comes after him if he keeps his job in the next in a season or two. Do you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's not even so much just the players, because it's a similar thing to Manchester United. Where are we going? Because we need to rebuild this whole squad. We need to know who's staying, who's going, because we already know who should go in our hearts, okay? Our hearts, where the badge is. I know it's an Adidas top, and next season we will be supported by Adidas. Haha. So, going forward, what should we do? Because we can't be playing El Neni, Mustafi, Xhaka, and a whole other list of players that don't need to be at this club anymore. I've said it and I'll say it again. We need to move forward. Liverpool have moved forward. Martin Skrtel, just remind you, fucking Manchester City have surpassed forward Richard Dunn. Just a couple guys that were there, and I know maybe our younger viewers have never heard of them. I'm not crapping on those guys, but those guys were pretty average. Let's be real. So, again, what do we do, guys? Because I'm getting sick and tired of, watching this team, seeing stupid mistakes, basic defending mistakes. I'm seeing people lose confidence after missing a couple shots on target. I'm seeing people that are capitulating in the front of at the edge of the box, and I'm seeing people not looking at their penalties when they're trying to score a goal. And I'm sorry, but it's not fucking good enough. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple people, I didn't really diss them, but I bring up moments, and some people I want to stay and I want them to do better. And a lot of these people, I need them to go. So here is pretty much my list, and I'm going to drop some names who I think should stay and go. So we're going to start very top of the realm. And as we know, Ramsey's going, unfortunately. Czech's retiring. Welbeck could be gone. And I say could because I keep seeing rumours that the club are looking to give him another contract. Because really and truly, he wasn't even given a proper chance to give Unai Emery a fair assessment over the course of the season. Because, of course, he got injured during the Sporting Lisbon game in the Europa League. So, that was quite a while ago. Of course, Rob Holding's injured. He's not going anywhere, of course. So, and Bellerin's injured, of course. He ain't going anywhere either. So, all those guys are safe. Unfortunately, obviously, the ones that are leaving, they're leaving. So, going forward, Leno, keep. I have no problem with Leno. I do have some problems with Leno, in fact. Distribution could be better. I know he's still learning the league. I'm going to give him time. But when you look at guys like Alisson, for crying out loud, who's, don't get me wrong, he was sloppy at first, but he's gotten better. He's gotten well better. So, and this is his first season. Just saying. No pressure on Leno, of course. I like Leno, but no pressure on him, of course. But it's going to take time with Leno, so I'm fine with that. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, is he a right back now? Or is he actually a midfielder? Because I'm sick and tired of having these makeshift players. Why didn't we go and get a natural right back? Yes, I know we got Lichtsteiner, but where the fuck is Lichtsteiner? I ain't seen him. And personally, I'm glad I haven't seen him because he's not good enough. He's too old now. That's just the bottom line. The league's too quick for him. If we got Lichtsteiner maybe 5-6 seasons ago, then maybe we can talk. But guess what? We got him this season in the summer for free. It just shows the fucking club's mentality here. And we're gonna get to that. So yeah, Lich can go. Ainsley now. I want to play him in his actual position because I want to see what the man could do. You know he's quick. You know he's strong. You know he can get into tackles. But there's days and there's times he does be sloppy. Everton and Wolves. But again, given it's a makeshift defender, and he's been playing in that defence role for somewhat 2 years now, so I guess, is this his position? I want to keep Ainsley, but he's got to get better. And I think, personally, if we're going to keep him, we need to be going getting another right back because he needs to be playing his natural position. I know he looks comfortable in there now, but there's some games he looks, I don't know. And I like Ainsley. I've got no problems with Ainsley. I want him to stay, of course. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the guys that's come up in the youth development, and we got to give him a chance. I know we're giving him a chance, but, you know, in his actual position, we got to give him a chance. So I'm definitely keeping Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Socrates, boy, I like Socrates, but he's just a bit too rash sometimes. He does silly things, and don't get me wrong, he has leadership skills, you know, helping Koscielny out, and yet Koscielny's our club captain. Remember that. And I've got to say, for me, probably I'll give him, depending on what's going to happen in the summer, if we get a new centre-back who's a dominant centre-back, then I'll keep Socrates for another year or two because we need to start pushing on and start bringing in guys like Rob Holding and, do you know what I'm saying, and Dino eventually. So, again, it's what do you do? Mustafi, he's got to go. End of story. I made a video about it. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. I don't really need to go into it. I know, me personally, I think he's just not good enough for Arsenal. And many people have told me in the past he was wicked for Valencia and stuff like that. I get that. He might have been wicked in Valencia, but for Arsenal, he hasn't been great. And the Crystal Palace performance would have told you everything. Or, if you really want, go back to the Carabao Cup final last season against Manchester City and let me know what you think. I'm sorry, I'm not giving Mustafi any more chances. I'm not feeling sorry for him at all because with the rest of the team that needs, some of the people that need to go, he's one of them too. So, sorry, no sympathy. I might have been a little bit harsh. I don't want to dent his character and all that jazz, but I'm sorry, I want some serious defenders in my team. I can't have guys always laughing and joking and shaking their ass around in the raw spot changing room. Again, I'm not getting at his character, but I guess I am a little bit. But it's just not good enough. Because where's that Valencia? Where's this World Cup winner? Maybe we're better off putting him right back, in fact. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'll give him a go at right back. Because you know what? Some games he's done all right at right back. But, you know, I don't know. Oh, man. He's got to go, though. He's got to go. I know what I just said. But if we end up actually keeping him, just play him right back. Just play him right back. Do you know what I mean? Or just use him as an emergency centre-back. It's as simple as that. But he's got to go for me. Koscielny, boy, that one's a hard one because If you'd asked me last season, I told you he should have went 2 seasons ago. And if you asked me at the beginning of the season, I said I'd probably say, let's see how he does when he comes back for injury. But my mind was still Koscielny out. Right now, it's in the middle because there's games he's turned up. Like I said, we come back from Southampton, rush back from injury. I know he had a horrific injury in the Europa League semi-finals last season against Atletico Madrid. And I remember screaming at the telly, Wenger, do not pick him. And what happened? He picked him, his Achilles got torn, we got knocked out the Europa League. And now, a year later, winner in the Europa League against another Spanish team. So, can lightning strike twice? I really hope not. His Achilles haven't really been playing up on him as of late. But it is a risk. Is it a risk I'm propelling to take? It is so difficult because, again, I know we need better. And he's been given the chance. He's been doing a lot better this season. But, again, there's still signs of the old Koscielny. So, for me, I'm going to have to let him go. And I know I've been praising him in my videos in the past couple of weeks. Well, not in the last week and a half, but the last weeks before that, and a few months, I've been praising him. You know, Chelsea game, the City game away. Do you know what I mean? There's a number of games to even pick out, Koscielny. Even the Napoli game, for crying out loud. Do you know what I'm saying? Both legs. So, it's just one of these things where it's just like, maybe we really need to move on from him. We do. Because that Achilles injury could be very vital for us. And if we don't go out there and get a good dominant centre-back, and we got Koscielny, and again, Europa League Part 1 semi-final of last season happening again, and Part 2, because we all can't forget Part 2, then we pretty much left us in the shits. So, I'm sorry, Koscielny, but you got to have to go. Monreal, you two, I've said time and time again, I have a lot of love for Monreal. Me personally, he should have been player of the season last season, not Ramsey. No respect to Ramsey, but he just wasn't on point last season as much as Nacho Monreal. But you can tell his age is really catching up with him. The game's getting too fast. I'm getting sick and tired of watching him get skim up on the wings. And a lot of people and a lot of teams know that, and that's why they're going and dominating that side. Especially if Kolasinac is bombing forward and leaving him behind when we're playing a free. So yeah, Nacho, man, I'm sorry, but you know, it is what it is. Who else with the defenders? Dino, obviously give him a chance. Maybe he needs a loan move. If that's the case, if Unai Emery's not going to feature him as much next season, then he definitely needs a loan move. Rob Holding, definitely keep. Kolasinac, ooh, you know what? I'd keep him definitely, but I'd utilise him a little more different. So, if we're going forward using the three quite a lot, then we're going to have to keep him and get another win back. I'd definitely get Rodriguez from AC Milan. I know we tried last summer and that bid got rejected, but that summer just gone with Unai Emery, the summer previous with Arsene Wenger, that got rejected. So I'd go again for him, or maybe Schultz from Schalke or someone, do you know what I mean? But Kolasinac, I'll give him one more year and see where he's at. Again, I just feel like we're missing a natural left back that's a defensive type but can also bomb forward. So maybe even Digne is a good shot from Everton. And I'm not just saying that because of what he did against Manchester United and what he did against us, but every time I watch this kid play, he looks tremendous on the ball. We have to look at that guy, honestly. Yeah, so midfield. And you know who I'm going to say, and I'm saying he's got to go because he's not good enough for the club. And I know everybody adores this guy like he's fucking the next best thing since sliced bread. But I've got to be honest, look, it's his third season now, and he's only starting to improve slightly. So what were you doing for the last fucking 2 seasons? Yes, you scored long-range shots outside the box. I ain't forgot about the Liverpool one. when we drew 4-4 at Emirates last season. But again, not good enough. That's Granit Xhaka. He's not mobile enough for me. If we keep him, he needs someone next to him who's a force to be reckoned with. But in my honest opinion, he's just not good enough. I'm sorry. He doesn't take the game by the scruff of the neck and tell the defence, stay back, I got you. He just fucks up and he gives the ball away in sloppy situations. It's like playing with a 19-year-old. And I'm not getting at Guendouzi because I like Guendouzi. And he gets a lot of stick, and some he does deserve. Because I gotta be real, he's sloppy as fuck. But, you know, he's learning. He's learning. It's his first season in. I'm gonna give Guendouzi, you know, he needs someone with him. And Xhaka's not the answer. So Xhaka's got to go. Obviously, Guendouzi's got to stay. Torreira's got to stay. I think it's the thing. Both Guendouzi and Torreira need someone dominant, someone who's a leader in that midfield. Granit Xhaka is not the answer. And I don't care how many comments you want to leave at the bottom of this video saying he's this, he's that, he's great, he's that. My personal opinion, he's not good enough. I've been saying it for years. I know the last couple of videos I've been praising him and say, raw, maybe not. But I sat down, I thought, maybe I'm panicking when I'm saying that. Because personally, it's not all that great with Xhaka. I've got to be honest. I mean, he's the reason why Cardiff scored their first Premier League goal. Remember that? Newcastle, remember that? He gave the ball away and he got yanked off fucking in the half time. I remember that. So, going forward, I just feel Xhaka's just not the answer in that midfield. We need someone dominant. We need someone that has a strong mentality that can drive the ball out, or even tell Torreira to sit tight, he'll go forward, vice versa, and show Guendouzi how to do things properly. So, yeah, Xhaka's got to go. I told you Torreira, Guendouzi got to stay. Play Willock, man. Fuck. It's as simple as that. But anyways, Alex Iwobi. I'd definitely keep him. And the reason why I say I'd definitely keep him, because I feel with Iwobi, he's not utilised well. But at the same time, he messes up himself and he's not taking his chances. I just feel he needs a confidence boost. And I feel like if someone came in, showed him how to do certain things, maybe a natural winger, an experienced natural winger, then maybe Iwobi can prosper. I mean, Reece Nelson's on his way back after the season's over, and we've got to see what's happening with him. I'd definitely keep him. Do you know what I mean? We've got the likes of Smith Rowe coming up in the youth as well, who's featured a lot in the Europa League until obviously we shipped him out to RB Leipzig, which I still think which is a strange decision, but it is what it is. I mean, he needs more game time, so, and he needs to stay fit, so I guess that's why that loan move had to go. But Iwobi, you know what? It's funny because I remember last season I was saying he should be the one to go out on loan. Maybe that's what he needs. He needs a loan move. Maybe. Or do you think Iwobi's past that? Because he's been in the team for quite a bit now. And you've got to remember, he was forced into that team. He got slapped into that team. And since then, it's just been up and down, and it's been down lately. I can't lie. I mean, Iwobi, you got to... I really want Iwobi to do well. And I know he's been made a scapegoat a couple of times, like a lot of Arsenal players have been. And I know I've been criticising El Nani and Mustafi and those guys, and I've been critical of Iwobi a few times, but with Iwobi, he shows you something. He shows you he's trying. It's just the final third, and we moan about this all the time. And I don't think playing with Mkhitaryan is working with him as much as it should. And Mickey's got to go too. I just don't think Mickey can do it. His head's just not in the game half the time. And even when he tries, he's just lashing the ball into outer space. You think to yourself, bruh, what the fuck? What are you doing? Again, the Wolves game, awful. Everton, awful. Watford, awful. I mean, there were so many games I could count where Mkhitaryan where he's been awful. But there's only a couple games I can say he looked like the old Mkhitaryan a little bit, and I thought we were going to get the best out of that. But guess what? We didn't. So we got to move on from Mkhitaryan. We got to move on from Mesut Ozil. I'm sorry. Listen, I know the Ozil fanboys out there. Yes, he's the best passer in the team. Vision this, vision that. Assist there, assist here. But is it every game? Where is he on top assists at the end of the season? I mean, the brother don't get that many goals a season. Yes, he's got his trademark goal, and I do like that. But I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. And I know a lot of people like to talk about wages and stuff like that. 350 grand a week. Not good enough. Got to go. I've had enough of Ozil. I had enough of Ozil last season. And I thought, let me start this season, give everybody a fresh, new clean slate under the new manager, because we did know that Wenger had to go. It was well overdue in my view. But we're here now, and we'll prosper and see. And I'm sorry, Ozil has got to go. He's the Arsenal version of Paul Pogba. But then again, he was there before Paul Pogba. So Paul Pogba's the Ozil version of Manchester United. It's as simple as that. So as far as I'm concerned, you got to go. Because the other day really just told me everything about Ozil. I mean, why are you pulling out of a 50-50 challenge? What are you doing? I mean, there's guys like me who dreamt and never got picked up of being a professional footballer. And you could ask anybody that's played football with me. They'll tell you I'm the first person to get into a tackle and get stuck in. Because I ain't scared of injuries or, anything, or even missing the ball, getting a challenge. Because I go in there and I fight for what I believe in. I fight for the football because I love football. And for me, I just don't feel like Ozil wants to be here. He doesn't play like he wants to be here. He plays like he's forced. And he's going to have to, because that's a lot of money on the fucking wage bill. Thanks to the old regime, they fucked us over with that. But let's move on. Aubameyang, Lacazette, yeah, they got to stay. Just Aubameyang just needs to work a lot more harder. Maybe it's not his game. Maybe he just needs more support. And it's better if we start playing with the two, because Lacazette and Aubameyang together can be a force to be reckoned with. Given the players beside them, they can be good. If we get wingers, another number 10, and another holding midfielder, and a decent centre back, and some decent full backs, I mean, hey, we could do it. But do what? Which brings me to, and of course, Jenko, El Nani, and those guys got to go. So I don't have to get into that. But now we're going to get into the club. Now, what is the club's ambitions? Because I'm sick and tired of being only notified, Arsenal, one of the best passing teams of Europe. I don't care about that. I really don't care about that anymore. Like, that's already in here already. But I want to know where this is going to be like this. Because I don't see the Premier League trophy and the Champions League. Are we going to get the Europa League? What is the club's ambitions going forward? You tell me. Because I need to know. We all need to know. And again, I'm not getting out Unai Emery. Because again, it's first season. Been very critical of him. I'm not going to say you can't say a bad thing about Unai. Because you can. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I mean, I got at him for the Everton performance. I thought that was what the fuck are you doing type of moments. As well as the Watford game. I mean, there's so many things to talk and criticise him about. He's learning the league too. So hopefully next season, if the club actually tell us their vision, are we going to be challenging? Or are we just going to continue the same shit? Because right now I'm seeing the same shit. Am I being impatient, guys? Let me know in the comments. But I'm sure every Arsenal fan agrees, because again, the last time I saw my team win a league title, I think I was in primary school, for crying out loud. And that tells you everything you need to know. So again, going forward, what is the club's ambitions? Because we need to get rid of a lot of these players. We need to this transfer restriction shit. Just what is going on? Our rivals are doing more better than us. They ain't even spent that much. Hardly anything. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Look at Liverpool. They've been out of it for so fucking long. We've won 3 titles, and yeah, they look like since they last won the title, we've won 4 Premier League titles. All right, count the Division 1 title, the 89 season. All right. Even no, scratch that. We've won 3 Barclays Premier League titles. We've done a double couple times. We've won the league at White Hart Lane twice. Won the league at fucking Old Trafford. All that good shit, invincible team, etc. Come back from that 9-year gap. Won the FA Cup a couple of times, and been in the Europa League semi-finals the last 2 years. Well, those last 2 achievements, well, could pretty much say where Arsenal is. But look at Liverpool. They're going for it. They're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They're going neck and neck with Manchester City when there's a point or 2 gap resistance from them even clinching the title. You've got Tottenham. They're our rivals. They are up the road from fucking the Emirates Stadium, and yet they're looking to do better things than us. So it just goes to show what this club is trying to do. Absolutely nothing. Does this club have a future? Does this club have goals, ambitions? And I've heard Emery say it a couple times in press conference. He wants the challenge. I haven't heard Wenger say that in a long time. So again, it just goes to show, or actually not goes to show, it just pleads the question, what will Arsenal do in the summer? So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up, and I want you to let me know in the comments, what do you think Arsenal will do in the summer? Do you think we'll do anything? Do you think it'll be another summer like last season? Or do you think Arsenal will actually pick up their balls, open their checkbook and say, listen, do whatever the fuck you want, Unai Emery. It's Stan Kroenke, gotta do something about this. Listen, I've had enough about this ownership, because if you're an owner of a football club, you need to be here every fucking game. So it's going to be very interesting when we do our American tour. So what's going to happen? I've seen a lot of people talk and say they're going to do a couple things. Listen, I support. If it's going to help the club, I support you. Do whatever you got to do. It's as simple as that. So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. Leave something in the comment section, and stay tuned for my preview when Arsenal go away to the King Power Stadium against Leicester. And in my view, I said we're out of the top 4, but as this is probably our last chance, and Arsenal just need to do something, because again, we have to look at the fixtures between Manchester United and Chelsea, who are also playing later on that day, and if the result goes our way, we could be back into it. But the rest of the fixtures do count too. So again, guys, IG, Ryan War, and Twitter, RJ Wills. Subscribe and tweet me. Peace.